As for Venezuela, well, there were elections for its 23-state governors Sunday. Here's the headline from an op-ed on FoxNews.com. Venezuela's democracy is dead. The author of that article, Mary Anastasia O'Grady, is with us now. She's a Wall Street Journal columnist and a Fox News contributor. Okay, I got it. Venezuela's democracy, dead, stone dead, gone, goodbye. But they're still eating, they're still functioning. We expected them to collapse. Where are they getting the food and money from?
Well, I mean, collapse is a relative word. They are collapsed, but they are still pumping some oil, so the government has some money, buying food, some food and distributing. The average Venezuela has lost 20 pounds in the last few years. So there's government supplies, and there's also some smuggling that goes on over the borders from Colombia. There's food, but obviously not enough food, so there's a lot of malnutrition. You know, one of the big problems is the healthcare system. People cannot get medicines. Basic medicines are very hard to get. Let's remember also, Stuart, that the president, the dictator, Nicolas Maduro, just announced in September something called Plan Rabbit, which is a plan that the government has to get people to breed rabbits in urban settings, in their apartments and so forth, so that they can eat the rabbits. And this, I think, that would be a source of protein, he told the country. And this, I think, is a reflection of how bad the food shortages are.
But I keep expecting it to collapse. I mean, really collapse. A revolution in the street and the government has had a decamp to Cuba or something.
Right.
That hasn't happened yet.
Okay, so you expect the government to collapse. And the reason the government hasn't collapsed is because, number one, they have the intelligence networks that were built by the Cubans. One of the reasons they have this close alliance with Cuba is Cuba knows how to spy on people, knows how to monitor people, knows how to repress people. They use all of those tactics to keep the country in line. And then on top of that, they have all the weapons, and they have control of the military. They have increased the size of the National Guard to the same size as the military, and the single role of the National Guard is to repress the population.
We were expecting this collapse. I mean, a real collapse. The government goes, but it sounds like they've got a firm grip on power, and they stay. You
know, the only way they're going to leave now is if there is this revolution. And I think one of the reasons why they keep saying, oh, we're going to have another election, is because they think that as long as there's a hope alive among the Venezuelan people that there is an answer at the ballot box, they will not have this civil war. I think every time they go through one of these exercises where basically they show that there is no option at the ballot box, increases the odds that there is going to be a very violent rebellion at some point. We don't know when.
Should we do anything about it, America?
The U.S. should continue with the international community. I think it has to be a multilateral approach to try to isolate Venezuela. That is going to matter to the Venezuelans in the long run. So I think that's a very important component.
You keep saying the long run. I want it now. Not going to happen, is it? Not now.
I think there are a lot of Venezuelans that agree with you.
Thank you very much. Anastasia O'Grady, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.
Pleasure.